What sign will constitute an offense if it will be disregarded? Answer: regulatory sign. A flashing green light means. Answer: proceed with caution. What does this traffic sign means? Answer: traffic light signals ahead. A pedestrian runs across the street when you're about to move off from a red light. What should you do? Answer: wait until the pedestrian crossed. A driver while on a highway shall yield the right-of-way to. Answer: pedestrians crossing within a crosswalk. Among the list, who are exempted from speed limits? Answer: doctors or their drivers going to an emergency. When do you need to switch on your turn signal? Answer: before turning. What is the maximum penalty for driving under the influence of liquor or prohibited drugs? Answer: perpetual revocation of license. If the brake light of the vehicle in front of you lights up, you should. Answer: prepare to brake. The primary objective of looking ahead while driving is. Answer: to check the traffic ahead and changes of road condition. What is the meaning of this traffic light? Answer: prepare to stop. You are planning a long trip. Do you need to plan rest stops? Answer: yes, regular stops help avoid mental and physical fatigue. During period of illness, your ability to drive may be impaired. You must. Answer: be physically and mentally fit and do not drive after taking medicine. Under RA 106666, also known as Children's Safety on Motorcycle Act, the child must grasp the rider's waist, can step and rest his or her feet comfortably on the foot peg, and Answer: he or she must wear standard protective helmet. A blinking yellow traffic light means. Answer: slow down and proceed if there is no danger. When do you need to check your engine oil level? Answer: when the engine is cold. Yellow box pavement marking is painted within intersections where no vehicle is allowed to. Answer: stop. What should the driver do if he or she is already within the intersection when the yellow traffic light comes? Answer: the driver may continue driving with caution. Why are rumble strips installed across the road? Answer: to make you alert and aware of your speed. Which one is a mandate of LTO? Answer: Register roadworthy and emission complaint motor vehicles. When a driver sees the yellow light signal changes to red, a vehicle is already in the intersection to turn left or right may. Answer: continue to proceed through the intersection even if the light on the signal to the left or right is red. Motorcycle riders must exercise safety and care at all times. To do so, they are required to wear. Answer: standard protective helmets. Where would you see this sign? Answer: school pedestrian crossing. How can you avoid wasting fuel? Answer: by having your vehicle properly serviced and maintained. What does this traffic sign means? Answer: stop. In case a road crash involving physical injury, the first duty of the involved driver is: Answer: attend to the injured person and call for help. You service your own vehicle. How should you get rid of the old engine oil? Answer: dispose it properly. What is the maximum and allowable width of the saddle box or bag? Answer: 14 inches from both sides. When more than one driver arrived at a four-way stop, who has the right of way? Answer: the driver who arrived first should be the first to go. How much is the imposed fine and penalty for the first offense if you violate the RA 1066 on safety of children aboard motorcycle? Answer: 3,000 pesos. How does alcohol affect you? Answer: it reduces your concentration. What is the meaning of beating the red light? Answer: driving faster upon seeing a yellow-amber light. Under RA 10666, which of the following prohibits the rider to convey a child? Answer: where a speed limit of more than 60 kph is imposed. What should you do whenever you're driving on a highway with a lot of potholes? Answer: decrease speed. Using a backbone motorcycle, which stand do you need to use when parking overnight? Answer: center stand. What does this traffic sign means? Answer: dangerous right curve. Ahead of you is a vehicle with a flashing yellow light. This means it is. Answer: slow moving. What should you do if the road is wet? Answer: slow down. What comes next after this traffic light? Answer: red. Which of the traffic lights requires you to prepare for a stop? Answer: yellow, amber. A blue traffic light means. Answer: none. There are no blue traffic lights. What does this traffic sign means? Answer: no motorcycles. You are entering an area of roadworks where there is a temporary no overtaking sign. You must. Answer: follow the sign as advised. How much is the penalty for the second offenses of RA 10666 Children's Safety on Motorcycle Act of 2015? Answer: 5,000 pesos. What should you do when you approach a roadwork with a temporary maximum speed limit sign? Answer: comply with the sign at all times. A no parking sign means. Answer: a motorist can make a temporary stop within a reasonable time to load or unload, but must not obstruct other vehicles. You approach an intersection with malfunctioning traffic signals. What should you do? Answer: treat the intersection as if there were stop signs in all directions. If you encounter emergency vehicles such as an ambulance, a fire truck, and police cars on the road with sirens on, what should you do? Answer: give way by pulling into the left or right side of the road depending on the circumstances. What does this traffic sign means? Answer: no overtaking. It is the car's turn and brake signals have failed, so the driver is using hand gestures to signal instead. What is the driver's intention? Answer: turn right. What does this traffic sign means? Answer: dangerous curve ahead. What is the authority granted by LTO to a person who desires to learn to operate a motor vehicle valid for a period of 1 year? Answer: student driver's permit. Signs that are round, inverted triangle, or octagonal and with red-colored border are called. Answer: regulatory signs. You arrive at a crossroad. You want to turn left, and you have a green arrow light. Can you proceed? Answer: yes, you can turn left, as this is a protected turn where no other cars are allowed to enter the intersection. What should be done first before changing lanes? Answer: make signal. When is it legal to use the shoulder of a road when overtaking another vehicle? Answer: during normal circumstances, you are not legally allowed to pass using the shoulder of a road. This action can cause you to skid and lose control when you make an abrupt move, especially on a wet and possibly slippery road. Answer: Improper braking. To help reduce air pollution using your brake, what should you do? Answer: brake properly. What does this traffic sign means? Answer: no U-turn. You should not use a mobile phone while riding a motorcycle because... Answer: it is prohibited by law and it distracts your attention while driving.
Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe.